Hey, good morning, YTPC. This is Ryan from New Age Pipe Smokers and Smoking Barrel Briars. This is going to be my second video for the channel, and I wanted to talk a little bit about meerschaum pipes, what they are, where they come from, their characteristics, how to care for them, upkeep, all that kind of stuff. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let you know it is Monday morning here in Texas. So if you do hear cars driving by back here, I'm sorry for that. Can't really control that. Anyways, let's get right into it. It's called sepiolite. It's I think meerschaum, I believe, is just loosely translated as sea foam. Basically what it is it's a porous clay-like material that is composed of ancient sea life that's been compressed over millions of years. And the only place in the world that you can find it is Eskişehir, Turkey. And I'm pretty sure there's a ban on exporting raw meerschaum to the States. That's why a lot of the carvers who are in Turkey are in Eskişehir, and they actually craft the pipes that we smoke today instead of just sending out raw blocks of meerschaum. And how they get that stuff is wild too. They mine it from deep down in the earth, and they find pockets of these blocks of meerschaum, and they make all kinds of stuff out of it. It's not just pipes. They make jewelry, they make sculptures, they do all kinds of stuff with it. But a lot of people, they'll do cigarette holders, cigar holders, they do bowls for the gourd calabashes, and then they do entire pipes. What's cool about meerschaum is that it is porous, and so it draws in. It starts off white, bright white when it's brand new, and it over time it develops a nice deep patina. You get colors like yellow and amber and red, and what that's coming from is all the tars that are being pulled out of the tobacco. They're being absorbed through the pipe, and then they'll show to the outside of it. And I don't have a whole lot of meerschaum stuff. I do have 3 pipes that I brought out, and I'm going to show you. I do want to give a shout out to the Peculiar Piper on Instagram. He has been posting up some nice stuff here lately, and he posted one, and I just had to have it. I mean, I'm a big fan of like the traditional pipe shapes, the billiards, the Dublins, even like the Anses, stuff like that. I don't really go for super intricately carved things, like the octopus pipes or something with a mermaid on it, or anything like that. And so when he posted this guy up, I thought it was really cool because I don't know, I've always had a thing about buffaloes, right? And so bison, and so I just had to scoop this one up. This is a hand carved buffalo head, but as you can see, they start out bright white, and they develop a nice color over time. Here are a couple of my pipes that were gifted to me by my buddy Dan Seaman. And you can see the difference here. See, this is what it looks like if you smoke it and you take care of it. Over time, it develops different colors all around it. Here's another one that I have. This one is just now starting to color. I don't smoke it as often as I should, but you can kind of see where where it goes from bright white to developing this nice color that they do. But anyways, the thing with meerschaums is unlike briar, you don't want it to develop a cake because you still want the pipe to have its original properties. And so after every smoke, obviously I throw a pipe cleaner through there, and then I just take like a damp paper towel and I wipe the bowl out, so that way everything stays clean and the pipe still has the properties that it's supposed to have. There are some guys who build cakes up, but just in my head, that's the way it makes sense to me, is to allow the mineral to function the way that it should. It shouldn't have a cake, so it can draw out the tars and some of the nicotine and everything else, so that you can color your pipes a little quicker. Something else that I do that not a whole lot of people do And they do this when they leave the shop too. Like whenever they're carved, to seal them, usually the carver will dip them in beeswax. And so this is what I use. You can get a big bag of beeswax on Amazon. Be sure you get the white pellets so that it doesn't actually change the color of the pipe. What I do for those is I cut a Coke can in half. I fill a little bit up on the bottom with some of these pellets. I stick it on the coffee maker, I turn it on, and then it slowly kind of melts the beads out into a liquid. And then what I'll do is take a pipe cleaner. Once it's liquefied, I'll dip it in the wax and I'll just rub it all over the pipe, right? And I'll let it seal. Then I'll lay down a couple pieces of parchment paper, get a hair dryer, and just heat it up and just blow it off the pipe like this. And so what that's doing is just allowing it to coat all the surfaces of the pipe. Don't forget, stick a cork in there so it doesn't get inside the bowl. You just want it on the outside of the pipe. So anyways, I'll hit it with a hair dryer and it just kind of melts off the pipe. And so that does two things. That not only protects the outside of the pipe to where you don't get fingerprints, on it, but I think what it does is it helps to draw some of the tars out so that your meerschaums will color a little faster. And it's not an overnight thing. I think a lot of guys buy these pipes and think that it's going to happen after the first week of smoking them, and so it's not like that. Another cool thing that I didn't think about was these don't ever ghost. So you can smoke aromatics, you can smoke English blends, you can smoke straight Virginias, whatever you want out of these. Just wipe the bowl out, boom, you're ready to go. They don't ghost, which is awesome. And unlike Briar, you don't need to rest these guys. These things are workhorses. You can smoke them back to back to back to back and never have any issues out of them. So anyways, that's my thing on meerschaums, and I hope you've learned something from this. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out, and I'm happy to share what I know and all that. So another thing that I wanted to talk about today was I have this huge tub of Hearth and Home's Concerto. I don't remember where I got this from. I don't even know how old it is. I was going through my cellar the other day and I found this. This is it's an 8-ounce tub, I think, and it started to have some rust on the bottom of it. And this is before, I have no idea how old this thing is. This is before any kind of nicotine warnings or anything like that. It actually has Russ Ouellette's email address on it, and so I don't think they do that anymore. I don't know, maybe we'll get lucky enough for Russ to chime in and tell us a little bit about this and how old it is. But anyways, the other day I was cleaning out my cellar and I noticed this tin had some rust spots on it, and I shouldn't have done it, but I did it. I wanted to see how bad it was, and so I started scratching on them, and I popped it off in a couple places, and I could tell that they were holes underneath the rust. And so I can squeeze the tin and I can smell what's in there, so I figure I might as well open this thing up. It says on the label here, Concerto, a rich and robust American-style Balkan made of Burley, Virginia, Turkish, Black Cavendish, and Cyprian Latakia. I believe a Balkan mixture is just equal parts of whatever components are in there. And I'm a big fan of everything that's in here, so I don't see why this would be terrible. So I'm gonna go ahead and crack this thing now, and we'll see what it's like. Yeah, that smells amazing. I don't know if you can see that. We'll see if we can get it to focus here. Yeah, check that out. Definitely get like a sour note from the Orientals. Definitely smell the Latakia. I don't know, but so since I just popped this thing today, I'm gonna go ahead and get it jarred, and I'm gonna run it through the white buffalo, the albino buffalo, for its first smoke. So anyways, shout out to the Peculiar Piper on Instagram. Y'all check him out. He's got some stuff going up for sale here in the next few days, and I'd recommend it. He's awesome to do business with. Anyways, you guys take care. We'll see you next time.